Super
And it worked
weird.
fine.
The way the GameCube handles all that stuff. Bizarre.
Yeah, because there's like the same thing for the Corona Blues in 120. And we're off. Oh boy.
They're starting. There's a
Hello everyone. Welcome to the winners, or is it the last chance match between Quan and Libre?
check the bracket.
So the winner of this will advance into the second stage single elimination thing. The loser is going home.
They're going home. Because they're both not at home. I guess the first thing you can notice is that Quan's playing on JP and Libre is not.
Yeah, Libre's just on American. So Quan's going to save a little bit of time over him on the majority of the run, but if Libre gets a nice Serena 6, he'll save the time back.
You know, in a race setting, when you're racing, I really can't imagine it being
Yeah, I
much
don't think
of a factor.
It's not a huge difference when you're racing.
It'd be funny if they finished close enough to where the version differences mattered, but
That'd be hype.
the chances of that are pretty.
I think just a slight pause on Quan's stream to get it synced up. There we go.
Perfect.
Alright,
this
first
will
part of
be-
airstrip, easy peasy.
Yep. Be pretty self-explanatory, but
Just a bunch of cutscenes for about 6 minutes. Not much going on.
Scanning and classifying subject data. Subject identified as Mario, resident of the Mushroom Kingdom. Data storage complete.
yeah. So who is
the
Libre? Okay, well, first of all, this is a rematch, right?
Yeah, this is a rematch. These two have played against each other before. It was pretty close as I recall, but Quan won it.
Yeah. So we'll definitely see if revenge can be.
Yeah, Libre is definitely out for revenge here.
You know Libre.
Hopefully he's been grinding hard in the realms of offline.
I think they both definitely. No, I just know Quan was doing fast 70% practice.
Yeah, he's been practicing a lot before this run. I'm not sure about Libre, I wasn't watching. I know he was live for a while. Quan's got a 118 and Libre's got a 122, so Quan's definitely favoured to win. But
Yep.
it can definitely go Libre's way if Quan blunders.
It's way too easy. Just a combination of RNG and just a few mistakes. That time it can be that difference can be completely eliminated.
Just like one mistake at the top of Bianco 6 and you can just switch so easily.
It'll be interesting to see, you know, where they start, you know, desyncing a bit, because right now they're pretty close to each other.
Yeah, it's going to stay pretty close to start up until about Bianco 5 when we see the first major element of RNG.
Oh yeah, RNG for sure. That'll yeah, that might be. RNG is probably the first place we'll see.
Yeah, we'll probably see it on the Bianco 2 split with the Spider.
Yeah, exactly.
So barely a second between them right now. It's just going into the call cutscenes.
I think I don't think there's really a the only rivalry here is just because they already played, but I'm pretty sure Quan and Libre are pretty good friends, so this is a friendly fight.
The accused is charged with polluting our beautiful home and, yes, endangering our very way of life. Indeed, how can one not be aware of what is going on? Residents tremble beneath a veil of darkness. Expert shrine scholars have determined that this darkness has arisen because of all of our guardians. The shrine sprites have vanished from their gathering spot at the
I don't know. I assume most people are familiar with the Sunshine story, but if you're not, here you go.
Behold this sketch of the perpetrator based on eyewitness descriptions. The truth is obvious. The guilty party sits among us. It is none other than Mario.
Objection!
Overruled. I judge the defendant guilty as charged.
These cutscenes are a perfect opportunity to take a bathroom break.
Alright.
Don't forget to wash your hands.
Yeah, I know. That's what most people do runs. It's the best time to do it. Yeah, I assume. Whose audio do we have? Is it Kwan's audio?
Kwan's, yeah.
And I think you could tell because of the slightly different. Both versions of the game have a English voice acting, but during that cutscene particularly, there are two different takes.
Yeah, the
Which is
Japanese
super
version
weird.
they accidentally called Shrines, so had to redo it for the international release.
The way that like the prosecutor or whatever, the way that he like
Stresses certain
yeah,
words.
the way that he stresses
different.
certain words is super different. And I don't
Yeah,
know.
the bit's completely the same though.
I would assume that they recorded the Japanese version first and then re-recorded it for English.
Yeah, that's
And they
definitely what happened.
They definitely got it better on the second try.
Rightio.
Right, now it's time.
This is where the real game kicks off.
Interesting.
Go straight that way. You can't miss the mess now.
Yeah, we'll
Just,
see if I don't think either of these people Quan or Libre, did they try to do fancy movement to get up to
I'm
to
not
get to
sure. Quan
beyond
said
it?
he might go for over the top, but we'll see. Over the top saves about half a second over just regular if you do it perfectly.
Ooh.
Both going for it actually. That's interesting. I didn't think
Wow.
Libre would go for it.
Yeah, I
but
did not think I was thinking neither of them would, and then they both did.
he's feeling gutsy today. Needs every single millisecond.
I think now Quan has a slightly more of a lead than he had before, so Quan pulled it off a little bit faster.
Yeah, it's to be expected on like small movement optimization that Quan's going to take the lead in all of those pretty much. It's going to take some big mistakes in RNG to go against him a lot for Libre to have a chance in this one.
Yep.
So that was the first polluted, no, it was the second polluted piranha. You saw the first one on Airstrip. There's only two more left, so we won't be seeing them for much longer.
Yep.
So for those who don't know, to enter Corona, to defeat Bowser in this game, you need to defeat Shadow Mario in the 7 different worlds. You don't have to like get a specific shine count or anything, like you don't need 70 shines or anything. But you just need to defeat episode 7 in every single world to unlock Corona. So we'll see some shine skips wherever we can.
Yep, they changed it up from 64 format.
Yeah,
Which makes
Quan getting
sense.
pretty lucky there actually. He went for the quick kill on Shadow Mario, but he missed it. Got him just in the nick of time to have him not go the slower route.
Alright, early ends. Alright, Libre gets early in.
Yeah, that's alright for him. Stirring a little as he jumps into it. So in this episode, we actually go to the second shine of Bianco Hills. You skip the first one, the first one's sort of optional. You can just go straight up onto the second one. We're going to see both players jumping off a spider to get up higher on the windmill. The spider can be a random spot on the lake. You want it to be like just close enough to jump on him, but far away enough so that you can actually make it up.
Yeah, because like when you're traveling through the air, it's not necessarily the fastest thing.
Yeah,
You'd much rather travel that horizontal distance through the water rather than through the air.
yeah, that's true. Quan got a pretty decent spider, didn't have to reposition it, and Libre had to jump in the water to bait him over.
Yeah, but they both
Only loses about 3 seconds, 4 seconds, but it's still
handle the
not
wall
nice
kicks.
to have a bad spider.
Wall kick's pretty good.
Yeah, both tight from both players. So to defeat P, pretty much you've just got to make him turn to the side so he doesn't headbutt you, and then just spray into his mouth a bunch. He's going to swallow it, fall over, then you just got a ground pound on his belly, do it 3 times. Really simple fight.
And as for now, For now, he's stationary, but
Yeah, in episode 5 he flies around a bunch. It's annoying to deal with.
it's still the same.
Still the same mechanics
Yeah,
to
still
defeat
the
him.
same way to defeat him.
Yeah.
Which is still that's like the classic Nintendo gimmick. Is like introduce a concept and then do it again but harder.
Yeah. It's not a bad idea, to be fair. Just gets a bit boring in this game.
They're pretty standard fights. They both
Yeah, pretty good from both players.
They both know where on the ground, because the shine always goes to the same spot after you defeat them. So they both memorize based on like the pattern or the shadows where to be when the shine spawns, so that they can grab it instantly.
Yeah, you can ground pound under it, so it just spawns like on top of your head, so you just barely collect it.
Yeah,
And then you ground pound instantly.
Yeah.
It's just the fastest way to collect the shines. Alright, we're going to the first secret of the game right here. It's a pretty simple one, just holding forward and pressing A and B pretty much. Nice pole jump from Quan. That can be a little tricky because the hitbox is kind of wonky.
No. Shadow Mario stole your flood.
Yeah, that's the whole gimmick with these secret stages.
Luckily,
Shadow
you
Mario
only
takes
have
your
to-
flood.
You only have to watch that once, though, and then it lets you skip it for the rest of the secrets, which is nice.
Yeah, it's about like 8 to 10 seconds. Alright, nice from Quan, nothing too fancy though. Libre with the same. There's
Yep,
some
looks almost
mod-
exactly.
Say again?
Oh, you think there was a difference between them, or?
No, it's just you can go for some faster, more optimized movement with a jump dive at the start. It's quite risky and difficult.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah. Alright, going into another Polluted Piranha plant fight here.
So,
Nothing too interesting, except you just got to hit him 3 times twice.
At least they
It's
changed
kind
the
of
color.
annoying. Yeah, change the colour. I'd actually kind of like to see the electric goop and the fire goop versions of this. I think it'd be pretty cool.
I know there are actually ways you can if you
Yeah, I imagine you can mess around with it and see that in Dolphin or some stuff.
there's certain ways to mess with things like that. It'd be cool to see.
Right, so Quan getting travel skip right there. Basically, when you defeat that Polluted Piranha, it'll spawn the Rico hut thing, so you can enter Rico. But we want to go back to Bianco because it's the most optimal route. And if you go back to Bianco before the cutscene for the Rico hut starts playing, you'll get that weird skip and enter Bianco immediately. It saves about 10 seconds. It's not too difficult to pull off either.
Yeah, that saves time, and it also saves time just unlocking Rico, because every time you come back in the Delfino, it makes you watch a little cutscene that like shows, like, hey, this area has not been unlocked, and so it makes you watch it. But by just getting out of the way, it ends up saving time.
Yeah, it's you wouldn't think it would with all the moving about and just like not skipping them, but it ends up saving a decent bit of time.
There's just a whole bunch of little things that add up, and that's like essentially how the routing for the whole game works. Is that like some things it seems kind of silly to go from, you know, one world to another without completing it, but yeah, Libre.
Yeah, it's just because of the event cutscenes, pretty much. Quan had a really good Bianco fall there. Libre just fell down at the end off the rope. It's really unfortunate. That's one of the reasons a lot of players don't go for that
Yeah.
dive rollout optimization on the rope. That can happen. It loses a decent bit of time. It's really unfortunate for Libre.
Yeah. But RNG could completely change.
Yeah, RNG can
Like
definitely
at the end of this episode, Libre could be ahead just based off of RNG. So
yeah, there is some execution to it, but it's really simple, like we saw in Bianco 2. But it's definitely mostly RNG.
it's pretty basic. Like movement doesn't really matter that much because you're faster than PD.
Yeah.
So you can just kind of be waiting for him, and you know where he's gonna stop, and you can just already be spraying in the position where he's gonna land or where he's gonna stop in the air.
Seasoned runners will know all the spots where he can stop.
Yeah.
Might be an issue for new players if they don't really know, but whatever.
So you saw Quan just there; he was already spraying.
Yeah, just shoots him down immediately. So like the fight's the same, but he just flies around the village and he only stops at certain spots. Like you can only shoot him down at certain spots. And the RNG comes from like he can fly to any random spot at any time. You just have to get him 3 times again. Quan actually getting the best pattern so far. This is actually pretty high. The next best spot for him to go here is if he goes straight down to the goop and the hover nozzle. It's an unfortunate first spot for Libre as well, because he's guaranteed to go over the wall here.
No, over the wall.
If Quan gets perfect RNG here,
that'd be really crazy. Oh.
He's taking a slight detour. He can still go down. Yeah, that's decent.
Okay.
It's just a few seconds lost.
It's so weird, like how much this fight can vary, considering the fact that like your average person is only gonna play it once.
Yeah, it's quite strange that they didn't just make it the same every time.
Did they do this just to mess with speedrunners?
It wouldn't surprise me. Alright, that's a more than exceptional RNG for Quan. I wasn't counting the tornadoes.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say, is that unlike the other fight, like PD for some reason will spawn tornadoes. It's bizarre, but they're pretty much easy to avoid. It just loses time because he doesn't open his mouth until after the tornado.
Yeah, it only loses about 2 seconds per tornado, but 3 of them over the whole fight, that's 6 seconds. That's a considerable amount, I'd say.
Just another thing, that, like, why didn't they just make him do tornado every time? Like, why didn't they leave that up to RNG?
Not a clue. Yeah, Quan getting an exceptionally good Bianco there. So going into Gelato Beach now. So just going to see Quan defeat this last polluted piranha of the game.
And as we mentioned earlier, they're not even finished with Bianco. But
yeah, they've still got 2 episodes to do there.
But yeah, they came here just to get rid of the event cutscene that's going to happen every time.
So in Gelato Beach we actually skip a lot of the shines. You enter episode 1, but you collect the shine for the 8th episode, and that in the shine select menu allows you to just scroll back 1 and select episode 7 and defeat Shadow Mario, which, as I said earlier, that's all you need to do to complete the game, is just defeat all the Shadow Marios. So we'll see Quan here. He's going to grab a coconut from a tree and take it over to the hut where the 8th shine of the world is. He's going to place it down. He's going to run against it while it's rolling down the roof of the hut, like the slanted roof of the hut. He's going to clip through it at a certain point. He's got to time his hover and manage his speed so that he can like stay clipped inside the roof, not clip outside of the roof, and fall into a tube where the shine is. It's quite a precise trick. But
your angle has to be perfectly lined up.
Yeah, there's a setup for it to make sure your angle's perfectly lined up.
Yeah. Because if you're not perfectly straight with everything, then the fruit can push you.
Yeah, you're just gonna like slide off to the side of the fruit. Quan, unfortunately, not getting it first try. It would have been amazing if he did. He would have been on a god run.
The timing of it is a lot harder than it looks.
Yeah, definitely. Especially since you've got to manage your speed a little bit as well. If you're going too fast or too slow, you're going to clip out.
I feel it's like definitely one of the tricks that like everyone remembers like the first time they got it. Because I definitely remember like where I was the very first time I got it.
I remember as well.
So
Libre's struggling a little bit. Maybe
just send
pressure's getting to him. He gets it there. That's decent.
See how fast, do a quick kill.
Alright.
Typical.
Quan took him down really quick.
Yeah, normally right by that tree is where you see Shadow Mario go down a lot, and he got the pineapple.
Just for swag. So that's a a really good gelato beach for Quan, except for the missed only
Missed-
gelato skip.
yeah, missed
Otherwise, he
one
would have been
split.
on a really good run.
But luckily,
Libre hopefully can take him down as well.
when he missed it, he would just miss the timing, so he didn't have to redo his angle, which was nice.
Yeah, if you mess it up in a certain way, like after you start adjusting the hover, sometimes you can mess up the angle that you need and have to set it up all over again.
Alright, Quan trying to do Pianta.
Yeah, trying to do Pianta early move and having a little bit of trouble with it. Libre took Shadow Mario down pretty quickly as well, just a little bit after the tree. So in Pianta 1, pretty much there's just these 3 chain chomplets. You've got to send them off for their bath. You've got to cool them off and blast them in. There's a slight RNG in this level, like 8 seconds worth of RNG difference. Essentially each of these chain chomplets can go into 2 different spots. And it's completely up to Lady Luck where they go. Hopefully Quan gets the best last chomplet. The last chomplet's the one that matters the most because it's a huge difference. It can go the good way, like you've seen for Quan here, or it can go behind the cliff. It just takes a little while longer and it's just a little bit more of a pain for him to get him in a spot where he can shoot him in. Libre getting the worst first spot as well.
It was not the best. So.
It's kind of unfortunate.
Yeah.
At least he's getting the best last spot though. That's not going to lose him too much time. I suppose it's kind of negligible when the first 2 guys were that bad, but it's still just nice to have him in that last spot, close to the mushroom as well.
Yeah.
The mushroom the shine spawns on for those who aren't aware. Quan now going into Pianta 2. This is the first Piantissimo race of the run that we'll see. Essentially you just gotta touch the flag before Piantissimo does, it's nothing special.
Yeah,
Super easy.
Pretty much an auto-scroller, like, you don't even have to...
The only bit that matters is the start movement.
So we'll see if Libre does the classic mimicking his movement.
Yeah, it's
That's
quite
a crowd
swaggy and
pleaser.
impressive. Definitely.
That's the crowd pleaser.
Alright, Quan wrapping it up nice and easy. Easiest shine in the game pretty much.
Yeah, there was no time to lose or gain here pretty much.
Yeah, maybe just a second either way.
Ooh, wait, I thought
Libre's going for it.
Oh yeah, Libre's...
He did it a little bit.
Yeah, that was good. I respect it from Libre.
Yeah, you gotta respect it.
Kind of shows you their personalities a bit.
Yeah, Quan just kind of fooling around a little bit. Libre, he's a really much people person. Likes to put a smile on our faces, copying Piantissimo.
Libre actually wasn't like in the exact spot he had to be. He had to move up a slight bit to talk to Piantissimo.
Yeah, that's the only thing that matters really in ground pounding the shine.
It's kind of like an awkward, like it's really hard to, because he pushes you out of the way a bit. It's like it's.
Yeah. So we just kind of missed a little bit about Quan doing Pianta 3 there.
Yeah, you'll see
essentially, yeah, we'll see Libre doing it really well hopefully. But pretty much you just get hit by one of those wind sprites, and then you can damage boost over the lava. The lava goop would normally just bounce Mario around and hurt him.
Yeah,
if you get trapped in that in a deep spot, then you're pretty much dead.
You get invincibility frames and.
Yeah, you just jump over and do a few jump dives over to where Flood is, then you can clean off the mayor and collect the shine.
That's pretty much the only spot in the run, like, where you use damage.
Yeah, that's the only place we get intentionally damaged anyway.
Yeah.
Alright, Quan going into Pianta 4 now.
Actually, Eel.
Yeah, that's true. Eel.
Yeah, you do take damage there.
Yeah, that's a big one. This is pretty much the same as Pianta 1, except it's just one big chain chomplet instead of 3 little ones.
Yeah.
It's over to a CERN bath instead of just in a pond. There's 3 different paths this big chain chomp can go down, but it's very slight difference between each one.
And if you grab his chain for a bit and you like spam, it's L, right?
Yeah.
Then he goes faster. Like
Yeah,
I never.
You can like push him forward from behind.
I never like felt that was faster, but everyone says it's faster, so I believe it.
Yeah, I think it is. I'm not sure about how much. It's just something that I've always done. I'm sure the much older runners of the game will know why. I mean, how much faster it is.
Yeah.
You can push him in from behind as well with the chain. I'm pretty sure you mentioned that.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Like if you're standing in his way, like he will move out of your way.
Yeah,
You
you've
can like
got to
kind of block
sort of
path.
guide him in. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll always move away from Mario down each path. Alright, Quan going into Pianta 5 now. It's got two cool things in it. It's got Yoshi skip to start, which is where you skip getting Yoshi to clean off this jelly cheese thing.
Yep. Which saves time for multiple reasons. I mean, just bringing Yoshi down there would be slow, but also unlocking Yoshi doesn't fit with the route that's used.
Yeah, you can do Pianta earlier than intended by doing Yoshi skip. You would normally have to complete episode 4 of Pinner Park, which we don't do before Pianta Village. So Yoshi skip saves time in the route and regard, and it's just faster anyway. There's also early cycle as well. Pretty much all these chucksters, like the spots they're in, is RNG. And the last guy at the top, like he can be in a certain spot where you can throw you straight over to the platform where the shine is, or you have to like wait about 20 seconds for him to get in a spot where he can throw you.
You can get early cycle, so
yeah.
This guy here you can stop, and we'll see if
yeah, he stops in random places pretty much, and that's what determines if he's in a good spot to throw you straight away or not.
the Quan bounce on him so that he doesn't stop, which is a weird thing that happens in this game, but
yeah. And Quan getting thrown backwards there. Normally the chuckster throws you over his shoulder, but there he threw Mario straight because Quan mashed Y. For some reason that messes with the camera in a way that it makes him go the opposite direction.
yeah, and it's kind of nice just for positioning, and so that, because otherwise you'd have to wait for him to get closer and then do it from the other side.
Yeah.
So using that trick just saves, a few
saves
seconds.
a little bit of time. Yeah, just a few seconds.
Let's see if Libre's gonna get a bounce in. Oh, he he went for the bounce and he missed.
It didn't matter much anyway. Yeah. Alright, Quan in Pianta 6 now. You got to clean off 10 Piantas, like muckied up with goop. Just got to clean them off in 3 minutes or faster, and you get the shine. It's one of those shines that the faster runners always benefit because they've got much more optimized movement. It's definitely a level where you'll see better players coming ahead more.
Yeah, the movement here is actually like crazy. Just like a mix of being able to do like almost every mechanic in the game. You need to do it well here. Like everything from spam spraying to it's just like knowing like the angles of the water and everything, like knowing,
especially
like,
on some of the early unlocks, like you'll see them both. Wait, what happened to Libre there? Did he fall down?
Ooh, I don't know. I was watching Quan.
Oh, that's a shame. But yeah, depending on the strats you do, like you'd even have to Y-turn and stuff to avoid bonking on a mushroom.
One getting a 207.
Yeah, 207's decently respectable.
Yeah, I mean he missed a few early unlocks.
Yeah, it's kind of unfortunate some of his water was not placed properly.
Yeah, it's very specific, like what the water in this game and where you spray with flood.
Yeah, it's down to RNG, but it's kind of like micro RNG, so it doesn't matter a whole lot, but sometimes it can screw you over.
Yeah, there are definitely times where like I totally should have unlocked that guy, and then it just doesn't unlock.
Yeah, Quan lately has been having such terrible spam spray RNG, especially on that 4th Pianta.
Yeah.
Right, Quan going in for the Shadow Mario kill in Pianta Village. We won't be coming back here ever again. Nice and easy, did the bridge water slide, took him down before the fence. not a problem. I'm not sure if Quan's going to go for this for race safety or not, but there's this, like, there's a little cutscene here where you see Shadow Mario taking away Princess Peach to Pinner Park. On that, that's actually an insanely cool boat. I only just realised. But pretty much you can clip into this building and die. Yeah, he's definitely going for it.
Yeah,
You
die in the
pretty
same
much,
frame, or like it's like a. Is it the same frame that the cutscene
it's not
said?
quite the same frame. It's
Okay.
more lenient than frame perfect.
Yeah, it's weird, but it's not even like you could. Someone just showed. I saw a video where you could do the same thing by purposely taking damage from the goop that's on that tower,
Yeah,
and then like he fell, and it took like
yeah,
he
take
took
fall
fall
damage.
damage.
Yeah,
And that also like worked. So it's odd.
it's definitely weird considering that's the only cutscene you can skip through dying, is it?
Yeah,
I mean, others might be
so.
possible, but not to our knowledge. There's also a way to skip it by if you collect a blue coin, save and quit while activating the cutscene trigger, then reload, it'll skip the cutscene.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Basically, if you die or do something else after the game thinks that the cutscene is played, then you don't actually have to watch it, and it just thinks it's played.
Yeah.
It's funny, Libre, like he had knocked down Shadow Mario just there, and there's like a little bit of lava in between him and Shadow Mario.
Yeah, so he got damaged by it twice. That was really unfortunate. It's probably boiled his blood a little bit.
Yeah.
Right. Quan on the Mecha Bowser fight now. Essentially, you just got to shoot these bottle rockets at him. Got to hit him 4 times. There's different setups for different shots and stuff. He's going for the hardest ones so far. He's missed a few of them. I think he just missed one actually. But it's definitely costing him some time.
You hold R slightly and then shoot, then your rockets seem to be like much more direct towards where you're aiming.
Yeah, if you just press R straight away all the way down, then it just goes like flying off way upwards.
Yeah.
It's really annoying.
So yeah, I guess I don't know if we mentioned it, but you'll see Libre doing it where he pauses the game right before he enters the loading zone for the cutscene, and he exits area.
Yeah, these 2 cutscenes here on Mecha Bowser are the only cutscenes that are skipped that way. We skip a lot of cutscenes on this split. It's a shame it can't be done on other splits, but
And
that's
people
just the way it
always,
is.
people try to do it like on the PD windmill cutscene,
Yeah, and
but it just exits the main menu.
it's also been tried on the Bowser cutscene at the end of Corona, but RTA there'd be no real way for that pause to happen, because you have to be stood still when you pause.
And I think
But you don't have to be still, you just have to be on the ground.
I wanted to get technical. I'm pretty sure the reason for why that happens is because with Pinna, you're in a level within a level, kind of.
Yeah, because there's a separate loading zone for the park.
Yeah, it transports you to a separate level. Yeah, I mean, you're in the park, and then you go into the level, and then you fight Mecha Bowser, and then you're in a different level. Like, you're in a different map, according to the game.
Yeah.
I think, like, being that deep into it could be what, what causes that to happen.
That's a little bit of insight there. I didn't know about that, actually. Well,
Yeah.
I did know, I just didn't think about that. That's a good point you make.
Yeah, that's super weird. But yeah, that was just a basic secret. It was this movement. We did notice,
nothing too fancy.
I guess you did notice maybe that he just dove into the cannon while that mole was still in there. Because like the loading zone's there from the very beginning, but normally the mole kind of blocks you. But if you get in at the right angle, then he doesn't.
Yeah, just go straight into the loading zone. Super easy. Quan going for... Well, he's going into Pinner 3 now. It's just you have to collect 8 coins around the pirate ships that swing in the park. It's super difficult to get this right. Hopefully he gets it without a hitch. You can lose a lot of time. If you make a slight error at the top, you fall all the way down. There's no real way to get back up really fast. Super cool spin jump on the boat there. Don't see that very often. And the momentum spin jump off the boat as well. So Quan did that pretty flawlessly, I must say. Alright, except for that little zap. Nothing major. Libre, a few hiccups on the visible block movement there. It's nothing too major though either. Alright, so there's not terribly big difference between these players. A slight mishap in EYG could definitely put Libre in the lead.
Yep.
Alright, now see.
That's for sure, yeah.
EYG's really, it's kind of the elephant in the room right now, I suppose. We'll get to that when Quan gets into that though. Just one more chance to go for Quan before AIG. Essentially you just got to spray all these turtles to wake them up, then you got to ground pound them to kill them, and then the shine spawns. You want to ground pound them all at the same time though, just about, because each time one dies a little cutscene plays of a sunflower coming back to life. Each time that plays and you've got more turtles to fight, it costs you about 10 seconds. Because like, the Koopas are aggroed onto you very much after the cutscenes. So it just loses a little bit of time with them moving around and jumping for you to ground pound on them.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. Like, I don't think they intended, you know, for multiple. I don't know if they intended for multiple of the turtle guys to be hit at once.
Yeah, maybe. It's kind of hard to see that though.
Yeah, it might have happened, you know, in playtesting.
Libre is struggling a bunch on pin of 3. That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Definitely a difficult level. It's nothing embarrassing like if you mess it up. Getting kind of stuck there. That was weird. Alright, now Quan's going into EYG. So pretty much Quan's going to be collecting Yoshi, making him eat a purple fruit, which is the durian. And then he's going to lure some stews over to the park gate. Normally, if you just walk straight through the gate, it would put you in the pin of 3 again, where you have to collect the 8 red coins, but you spray one of the stews so it makes a platform, and you can sidestep through the platform, which allows you to clip through the wall to get into the park. And then once you're in the park, you have to, still while Yoshi's purple, spray the other stew so it makes a platform. And then that platform's going to fly all the way up to the Yoshi go-round. And then you enter the loading zone for the pin of 6 secret. You need to have Yoshi be orange when you jump on the Yoshi go-round to activate the loading zone, because if you've got any other colour it'll just like make a sound and you won't be allowed in. So Quan's spraying the first dude, clips through. Now he's luring this guy over. That's a whole invisible wall where those steps are, by the way, so you can't actually go through that unless you're stood on a platform. He ate the papaya as well to make Yoshi orange. Now he's just kind of swagging on us. Just like that, he's into the pin of 6 secret loading zone. That skips out doing pin of 5 because the loading zone for the 6 secret is already there. For some reason it's already there. So unsure why people left that in over at Nintendo. And Quan taking care of the secret really easily. That's probably one of the easiest secrets. It looks intimidating, but it's really not. I suppose maybe if you've just come out doing EYG, then it might be a little nerve-wracking for you, but Quan's a seasoned veteran, not an issue for him. Libre going into EYG as well. You can do EYG in well, it's mainly done in 2 different levels. You can do it in level 3 or level 5. The only difference really is in level 3 the stews are smaller and faster, but in level 5 they're bigger and slower. So it's kind of easier to manage them in the 5th episode, but they're slower, so it takes like more time for them to fly about and stuff. Quan not getting the fastest kill in the world on Pin and Shadow Mario, but it was decent. Can't fault it. You'll notice Libre did a little trick there, which is exclusive to the American version and the European version, which allows you to store a fruit on Yoshi's tongue. Pretty much, you eat a fruit while it's on Yoshi's tongue, you dismount Yoshi, then get back on him. Then wherever you are in the level, when you next press B to use Yoshi's like eat ability, it just eats the papaya from wherever you are. Quan's now going over to Rico. In Rico 1, there's just a little bit of water sliding at the start of the level, then it's a Goopa Blooper fight. We'll see how Libre does in the secret. Going through over the top to the right. There's 3 different ways you can go here. You can go like down the right like Libre did. Pretty sure Quan did that as well. You can go over to the left, which loses a second over doing it to the right. Or you can go for a Y turn and go through the middle, which saves a second over doing it to the right. So left's slowest, right is in the middle, and then middle is the fastest, but it's also the hardest. Alright, nice glitchy wall kick from Libre there. Quan going into the blooper fight. It's really easy, all you've got to do is spray the go off his face and then pull his mouth all the way back. And at a certain point you can let go and he takes damage from it. You just got to do it twice, not 3 times. Quan getting it nice and screamless there, just for the swag. It does save time because you would normally like wait for the blooper to start squealing before you let go. But you can like let go before he starts squealing, but it'll still damage him. It's the fastest just by a little bit. Probably saves like 0.2 or something each time you do it. So it's pretty easy stuff, but if you mess it up slightly then it can be pretty demotivating. Libre taking care of Shadow Mario in Pinner Park as well. And also you can go into a little bit of an interesting shine because the blooper surfing safari, both the entrance to the safari and the safari itself, are meant to be done with a blooper. But Quan's going to actually not use any bloopers because it's faster. Now you'd have to get the blooper here just to ride it over to this tunnel, but doing some water slides through the underground tunnels and then doing that sweet little Y turn hover to get in, you save a few seconds there. And then here as well, you would have to use the blooper to do like the whole assault course safari thing, but Quan's just going to water slide about over the top. There's actually only 2 checkpoints that you have to hit. One's right on that corner where you just saw him go, and the other's over here up on this big wall in front of him. So water sliding about, because water slide is the fastest way to move in the game. You think, like naturally you would think it's the turbo nozzle that's the fastest, but water slide at full speed is faster than full speed with a turbo nozzle. So Quan hitting those checkpoints, taking care of it nice and easy, right in the shine as it ends. It's definitely more difficult than using the blooper, but it just saves a couple of seconds, that's why people go for it. Libre fighting Goopa Blooper for the first time as well here. Sometimes you can like miss a little bit of goop and then Mario's hands slip off his mouth. Doesn't get quite a good grip on it, so that's a little way to lose some time if you're not careful.
Hey, what's up? Sorry about that.
Not a problem. Quan going into Rico 3 now. Ooh, does he get it? Oh, that was frame perfect from Quan right there. Essentially,
that joke, oh my gosh. It's not frame perfect.
it's got
Don't listen to him.
You just gotta do it. So for that one, normally you'd have to go up on the rafters and girders and stuff and get the rocket nozzle to shoot in the top of that like cage trap thing. But I guess Nintendo put a little trapdoor there to stop you getting stuck there in other episodes, or like if you ran out of water or something.
Yeah, exactly.
So you can just time your hover well enough so that you can grab the grates from underneath and then flip through the flippy panel. Then you're up into the shine. Quan and Rico 4 now. It's going to hopefully get a nice entry and then be into another secret stage. This one's quite intimidating for new players because it's not exactly the easiest. But once you get sort of more of a gist for the movement, then it becomes much easier. He's going for the faster strats.
Let's see if he... Okay. It's incredibly easy to die here, so...
Yeah, just like one slightly mistimed input and you're dead pretty much. It loses about 40 seconds if you die towards the end. It's really unfortunate if you do. Nah, Quan's a veteran of the game though, he gets through it, not a problem.
Handle it like a pro.
Libre getting a nice time on the Rico 2 secret as well. Not secret, Safari.
Yep.
Nicely done from Libre. Just a little quick note, if you collect a shine while you pressed Y to go into like the sort of first person over the shoulder camera, when the animation for collecting the shine plays, Mario will be facing backwards.
Yep.
Like away from the camera. It's just sort of a little weird thing about how Y camera works.
Yeah,
it's not like useful in any way.
Yeah. There's like a bunch of different weird things you can do with the camera.
Yeah, there's like the whole glitchy wall kick thing. Essentially, if you press Y and then A like a few frames after, like when you're wall kicking, you like wall kick towards the wall. So like not away from the wall, but like so you can like maybe get over a wall that you just didn't have enough height to clear. It's an interesting mechanic. Quan not going for Screamless on the Rico 5 Gooper Blooper fight.
Yeah.
It's pretty much the same as the number 1, but you just have to pull it back a little bit further.
Yeah, I mean if he's paying attention to like, you know, to the race, and he probably knows he doesn't have to go for that risky stuff right now.
Yeah, Quan's sort of got enough of a lead where he can just sort of go into cruise control here.
Yeah.
Some swaggy water slide stuff from Libre there. Right, now Quan's going into red coins on the water. You do have to use a blooper in this one, is be incredibly slow if you did it without a blooper. But all you've got to do is just ride around on a blooper, collect 8 red coins that are sitting in the water. Collect your shine at the end. There's 3 different bloopers you can use. You can use the red, yellow or purple, not red, green, yellow or purple one. Each one, like, they're intended to have different speed and handling. Like the green ones are going to be the slowest but have the best handling. The yellow ones in the middle, then the purpley pink ones are going to be the fastest but have the worst handling.
Yeah.
But if you're holding forward, if you're holding forward the whole time, then they all go at the same top speed. So if you choose the green one and just hold forward the entire time, you'll have the best handling and you'll be tied top speed with the purple one.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I don't know why that's a thing. It's kind of an oversight from Nintendo.
And literally, this might have been an error. Like, they forgot to like cap the speed and forgot about it.
Right, not an issue for Quan. Libre going into Rico 5 now. The second Blooper fight. You would have to fight him a 3rd time, usually in Noki 2, but we do some cool spring clip through a wall to just dive straight into the shine in that one. We'll mention that when it gets to it.
Yeah.
Now Quan going into Rico's Shadow Mario. It's not difficult at all. You can pretty much teach anyone to do this.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's the whole Shadow Mario. Right, so now we're going to see Quan going back to Bianco Hills.
Yeah, which is... Yeah, I mean, we... it's faster just to continue along the route and get rid of the event cutscenes, so that because at the end of Rico you're gonna have to pass by it anyway when you're going to the Serena.
Yeah, there's no point in not. There's the German route, which I think I should give a quick shout out. Essentially, since Bianco 6 is kind of a difficult shine, people will take like the 3-second time loss of the event cutscene just to do Bianco 6 a little earlier, because there's a scary secret at the end of this level. You can definitely lose a lot of time if you die at the top or something. So people like to sometimes do that nice and early, get it out of the way. You'll see high level runners just go straight for the regular route because they're not intimidated by it.
Yep.
Alright, Quan's gonna go for the momentum spin strat on this block. Think he'll make it,
Yep.
No problem. Libre opting to slow down a little bit on the blooper there to make collecting that coin a little bit easier, but he missed it anyway.
Yeah.
It's always finicky, that red coin that's kind of in the air. You don't want to jump too late because you'll miss it and then die from crashing into that submarine. But you don't want to jump too early because then you'll obviously miss it, loses time.
Yeah, it's kind of scary. It's kind of scary to miss a coin in that shine, because if you hit a wall when you're in the blooper, you die instantly. So
yeah, and that's another perk to use the green one actually. If you hold neutral, you don't have enough speed to actually bonk and die. So if you feel like you're gonna crash, just let go of the control stick.
Yeah, and then you can kind of like wiggle out of the obstacle that you're facing. It's super weird.
Yeah. One finishing up the 5th Shadow Mario of the game right there. Only 2 more to go now. Libre gained his 4th. So there's a decently big difference between the 2 runners right now, but it's nothing so big that Libre can't come back from it. Right, Kwan is about to enter Serena Beach. To do so you have to get Yoshi. Yoshi always wants a banana the first time you get him in Delfino Plaza. So we chase him off to the left where that banana tree is, because that's the closest fruit. It's just staying like closer to the Serena pipe. You need Yoshi to eat that pineapple and enter Serena Beach. Now the first episode is the Manta Fight. Pretty much the more you spray this guy, the more he splits up. You want to spray him down so he's like at his smallest parts as fast as possible, because then they turn purple and they all start coming towards you. If you don't get them all fast enough, like the majority of them will like swim away from you. It's quite annoying to kill them all right at the end.
Yeah, but there's a strat just to make sure they're all grouped up as much as possible, and then just spam spray in their area, and you can get them all purple pretty fast if you get it right.
Yeah, it's definitely a place where if you've got a bad one in your PB, you can save a lot of time. Like, it's kind of up in the air whether you'll get a good one or not, because the way like splits and turns here is just like random. There's nothing you can do to manipulate that.
Yeah, you can see Quan kind of like waiting for the perfect time to start spraying him, so that he gets as much as possible.
Yeah, if you spray the Manta while it's like facing away from you, it's just always going to like start swimming away from you.
I think when they all
swimming randomly here.
When they all turn to the smallest shape, then they go purple.
Yeah, and then that's when they start coming towards you. It just makes it easier to like sort of herd them together.
Yeah, exactly. I'm sure that was intended just because probably when playing through this game, they realized that like when they all got really small, it's probably hard to find like the last one, so they made them start coming towards you.
Yeah, especially when they're leaving like big goop trails as well. Just makes it more of a pain to sort of explore the bigger map.
Add water.
Alright, not a bad one,
Awesome.
not a great one.
You can also store your camera right there, so he pressed Y and looked up at the sun, so that's where he'd be looking after the cutscene.
Yeah, that's right. It's just another thing about the Y cam.
Yeah.
Alright, Libre taking care of Shadow Mario in Bianco Hills. Next up on Quan's screen, we're going to see him going into Serena 2, which is another secret stage. It's got a really cool entry to it.
Yeah,
Essentially, it just... for Libre, Shadow
Oh,
Mario's
no,
going to the
Libre.
right here. Didn't stand in the right spot to make him go to the left. It's all good though, because
Yeah, there's a banana right there, which is nice.
yeah, that's the legacy strat. Just going over to the right there. I guess going to the left can kind of be a pain if you don't get the banana to fall right from the tree.
Yeah.
But yeah, Serena 2, it's got a cool entry to the secret because you have to like wall kick off the pole a bunch of times while spraying a bunch of booze.
Yeah, that's probably the coolest entry. One of them.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. And the secret itself is kind of cool. It's not got any cycles, which makes it decent if you like get a bonk or something. But there's a lot of thin ledges where you can easily fall off. Just one slight misstep and you're definitely going off. Quan going for his glitchy wall kick dive strats there, but
So you'll probably see like he'll be wall jumping and then he'll spin so that he can slowly hang on to the side of the wall so he can jump again faster.
yeah, if you don't spin there, you'll fall down and like have to wall jump all the way back up again.
Yeah, exactly.
But you just spin because like the spinny's kind of floaty, so you can just like glide across to the other side of the wall. Going for the momentum spin strat there. Nice and easy, not phased by it. It's definitely risky to go for that if you're not so confident in it. I think the worse your confidence, it's definitely more likely that you're going to miss it. Libre almost getting a good Manta, he just had a few stragglers at the end. Stopped them all from going purple. Now Quan's going into Serena 3. Do a nice cool banana clip here. It's called Banana Split by some, Yoshi Skip 2 by some others. It's kind of cringe though.
Yeah.
So you pretty much just get a banana from the fruit stall, wall kick up like you saw him in Serena 2, like using the pole. Then going over to like where the little pool room is, you do a backflip while you're holding the banana, and you throw the banana while you're at like the peak of your backflip jump, and it just like clips you straight through the wall and you can collect the shine.
Yeah. One thing, yeah, I think it's just about the reason why it works is because like the wall is so thin. Because I mean, there's a lot of different clips you can do with fruit, and usually it involves like a pretty thin wall in the game. But you don't you can also like clip through by just setting the banana down a little bit farther to the right, and you can actually clip through the wall there.
Yeah.
So it's just a very clippable wall. So that's why it works.
There's a few in Delfino Plaza, you don't really see them done in any percent because we don't need those shines.
Yeah.
Right, Serena 4 for Quan now. This is another secret. It involves casino skip as well, which is where you skip like the flippy panel and the roulette, not roulette, the slot machine games in the casino.
Probably
completely RNG.
Despite like Gelada skip being in the game, pretty sure the casino skip right here is probably the most important one.
Yeah, it just skips out a lot of RNG.
Because nobody likes playing the casino games.
Straight over there, straight into the pipe, no problems. Sidestepping in this game is kind of weird as well. Like if there's like the invisible wall by the steps I mentioned in EYG, you can just sidestep straight on through that. For some reason, like invisible wall collision isn't always perfect for sidestepping, so you can just walk straight on through stuff.
Well, I think it's partially also sidestepping to make sure that you get the right angle, because if you're not careful, you can zip down to the very bottom of the level and die. When you're doing that, when you're doing the casino skip.
It's quite rare that happens, but I think that's mostly because it's just an easy skip.
Yeah. I think the setup for it helps so that that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's true. I see some people like do a little Y turn before they sidestep for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason for that is. Maybe just to ensure they get a good angle. Do you want to explain King Boo?
Oh. Yeah, well, King Boo is RNG basically. He just he has these cycles, and you want him to spit out fruit at you so that you can throw a pepper or whatever it is at him, and then throw a fruit at him. But then yeah, he can choose not to give you fruit sometimes. He'll always in between a fruit cycle, he'll give you a cycle of something else, but sometimes he can give you multiple bad cycles in a row.
Yeah.
That's what you don't want.
You'll see Quan, if he gets something that he doesn't want, like if he gets a junk cycle whenever he doesn't want one, he'll just walk straight under King Boo and it'll cancel it out straight away. So he doesn't have to like wait for the enemies to come out and then defeat the enemies. I think if that wasn't found either, then this game would definitely not be so popular.
It's definitely like odd that the game that does that. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure why. Like, what's beneath King Boo there that makes him cancel it?
It feels like it, you know, part of like the level is designed to make you, you know, fight those enemies in between the rounds. So why can't you just skip it? Like,
yeah,
that was
it's so weird.
Quan got an extra cycle.
Yeah, he got one before, like right as the fight started as well. So he's on 2 so far. Libre doing casino skip right now. And he did the Y turn I mentioned, not entirely sure why. He was just a little bit too high. I think it was a combination of being like too high on the jump and too far back. Like not entirely through the hitbox for the wall yet. Right, now he's through. Down the pipe, into the secret.
Oh. You got bubbles.
Okay. Yeah, bubbles are annoying.
They don't go away.
Oh, we're getting another extra cycle. That's 3 so far, right?
I think so.
Right, 3 in total. That's not. Well, that is pretty terrible actually.
Yeah.
But I'm sure I'll be happy it wasn't worse.
Libre! Oh no!
Ah, that's such a shame.
No, I saw that. Oh, it was like I immediately when he hit the air, like I knew that angle was like not gonna make it.
Ah, no, Libre. So you can like do a momentum spin strat there. Like you can jump off the cube slightly earlier if you do a momentum spin. Like you just get more speed and more distance on the spin jump.
You see, Libre is like being extra careful.
Yeah, you just got an unfortunate angle on it.
Yeah.
Quan on Serena 6 now. You just got to clean off the goop on the beach as fast as you can. And talk to the hotel manager and they'll give you a shine for doing it. This is one of the big differences between the Japanese and the other versions. So on the Japanese version you got to clean off more goop, and some of the goop that you can like kind of be invisible. So like it's still there technically, you just can't see it. So it's, if it wasn't for that invisible goop shenanigans, then I don't think it would be too bad compared to the other versions, but because there's invisible goop combined with having to clean more goop, it definitely makes it much more of a pain compared to the US and European versions.
Yeah. But Quan handled it pretty well.
Yeah, 215 is not bad for JP.
see how Libre's RNG goes here.
Yeah, hopefully. Oh, that's unfortunate. He gets an extra cycle right away.
Yeah.
You can just cancel those out straight away.
I think he was stopping. He was stopping the wheel, so he didn't cancel
Yeah, he
it.
couldn't cancel. Yeah.
Oh, he almost got a good grab on that. Where the fruits go also can change.
Yeah, it's just random where he spits out the fruit.
Sometimes if you're lucky, you can get like a. It's a pepper, right? Or chili?
Yeah, chili or a pepper.
If it comes like right towards you, you can pick it up, throw it at him, and then if you're really lucky, it'll be a durian right in front of you, and you can like kick it without even having to grab it, like grab one of the other fruits.
Yeah, durians are definitely the fastest, but only if they're in the right spot.
Exactly.
You can just like boot them straight at his head.
It's pretty. And sometimes, he can get hit, like the fruit go in such a way that he like gets hit automatically.
Yeah, it's quite rare for runs. I think the task takes advantage of it.
See right there, the durians were in a good spot to kick.
Yeah, so that's exactly what he did. Kwan, as you would have seen, finished up Serena Beach by defeating Shadow Mario. It's quite a simple one, just sprayed him down. Now he's on to Noki Bay. Noki Bay is considered the easiest world to choke because it's like the second most difficult world, but because it's at the very end,
The end of the lane.
it's where all the nerves are if you're on good pace.
But yeah, if you're fast here, you can make. There's certain cycles of how this mole throws the bombs.
Yeah, you can like throw meatballs for a while until you get up to him, then he'll start throwing bombs. Kwan got second cycle here. I think he was going for first, but he was just a little bit too slow.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
Yeah, it was still really good for sure.
This is another thing that like, this saves like, not like for the most part when you get up there, it's gonna start throwing up bombs, but
Yeah. You can just like optimize it slightly in a way where you're closer to the trigger where he starts throwing the bombs. Like you won't stop while he's shooting out meatballs either, you gotta wait for him to finish shooting meatballs.
yeah, the fact that you had slow movement getting up there is more of a time loss than like his cycle.
Yeah, that's true. Right, Noki 2 now, I mentioned it earlier. Usually you would have to climb like all the way to the top of Noki Bay to fight Goopa Blooper for a third time. But we're just going to climb up to where a spring is. And when you spray the spring, it like shrinks down. Then when you place it again, it expands. And we take advantage of that by walking into a corner where like the clipping of the wall is pretty weak. So you'll see it here, he just grabs it, walks it up at this corner. When he places it, it grows, but it kind of grows while Mario's inside it. And then it just lets you clip straight through the wall, dive straight into the shine room, collect the shine.
It's just complete coincidence that that room is placed in there. Like, it's almost like too perfect to be true.
Yeah, that's definitely true. It's kind of some things in this game, like the casino skip, like it's kind of too good to be true.
Yeah. Gelato skip as well, I would say. Like,
Yeah, definitely. Gelato's regarded as the most boring world.
yeah. People complain about the cutscenes, but there's pretty good skips in this game.
Yeah, it could definitely be worse.
Yeah.
Right, red coins in a bottle for Kwan.
This is just like underwater movement, so it's slightly different, but
yeah, it handles a little bit differently. Like the hover nozzle doesn't handle the same. You can not quite hover infinitely, but your water tank's always full.
yeah, and the way like your momentum works when you're like sliding on that like structure is also a little bit odd. Like you go pretty fast when you're hovering over it.
Libre's coming over into Noki now.
Yeah.
Noki 1 will see him get second or third cycle maybe. I don't expect Libre to get first cycle at all.
Let's see. Oh, that was a little bit.
Right, Quan going into Eel now. You just got to clean off the eel's teeth from all the plaque that's on there. We'll see a little interesting cutscene skip attempt. He's definitely going to go for it, there's no point in not. So the way it works is like, when the eel first pops up, you can like clean 6 teeth maximum. Quan trying to save the frames right now. So you can clean 6 teeth maximum, then he'll like start spinning and go down. You've got to trigger him to eat you. And then like hover out of his mouth just in time. And you can clean off more teeth, do the same again. And then for the last tooth you've got to bump into it while, or like just before you're about to clean it. And like if you take damage in that like, short frame where the cutscene trigger is, it'll skip the cutscene, so you don't have to watch the eel like spitting out its gold tooth and a love out of coins.
It's definitely like a boss, so it was really hard to get good at this.
Yeah, you definitely got to put in the hours.
That's easier with codes and stuff. But even
Yeah,
with
definitely.
codes, it's still way harder to learn than most other things in this game.
It's because the mechanics for being underwater is so different compared to the rest of the game.
Probably true.
Quan got 6 teeth on the first cycle, and then you got the cutscene skip as well. So that was definitely really fast from Quan.
Pretty close to perfect.
Libre is going to have a tough time matching that. Right, Noki 5 here, it's another Piantismo race. Again, the only movement that matters for Piantismo is just like moving to him and then collecting the shine at the end. This one's slightly more difficult than the Pianta one because the rope is just super finicky that you've got to bounce up. But it's not a problem really. Quan's actually golded every split in Noki so far.
Oh wow.
That's insane. Libre collecting all 8 red coins as well.
I think you get pretty similarly to Quan.
Yeah, I think he just had a little bit of trouble at the end, like catching on the ground, losing his momentum. So we're going to see 2 interesting shines going on side by side here. We've got Libre going into Eel, we'll see how he fares on that one. And we've got Quan going into Noki 6. It's the final secret stage of the game. It's... I think it's... Yeah, because... I mean, again, it's not exactly the hardest, but because of the nerves, like this is like the 3rd to last split in the run.
Yeah, I would argue that it's one of the hardest.
I think it's... I think it's the hardest secret,
Yeah.
but maybe the only level that beats it in terms of difficulty is Pinner 3, when you go for faster strats.
Yeah, I can see that.
Let's go for the rope entrance there, that's mainly used in hoverless, but it's actually faster than climbing up the cliff like we might see Libre do. It only saves a few seconds, but Quan's trying to go fast.
And normally, like, people name cycles based off like what peg.
Yeah, so like there's like the first kind of place where you notice it is right here.
Interesting
like,
movement from Quan, but
Yeah, he had a little bit of trouble getting up there, so he just decided to take it safe. Didn't want to risk his big lead. Just take note of Libre right here. Libre going for 5.5 tooth. 5.5 tooth is just like where you clean off the 6 tooth a little bit before you trigger him and stuff. So
Yeah,
it's not insanely slower. Quan didn't die in Noki 6, thankfully.
No.
It's definitely easy to die there.
Alright, Libre got the cutscene skip.
Yeah, not bad from Libre at all. Just, I mean, getting the extra tooth, like Quan did, it only saves like maybe 6 seconds or so. I mean, it's major at high level, but at Libre's level, I can see why he hasn't learned it.
Oh no.
One Shadow Mario just getting away from him ever so slightly.
I was gonna say, this is probably like one of the worst shines to not get a quick kill on.
Yeah, it definitely loses like upwards of 10 seconds if you don't get him right away.
Well, honestly, they're all like really bad if you lose it on. It feels really bad here because it's the end of the run, I guess.
Yeah, the pressure's definitely mounted at this point as well. Yeah, Quan's on sub 120 pace right now.
That's good. Good.
I think he's on 118 pace actually, just not PB pace.
Yeah.
He's going to be within about 30 seconds of his PB if he gets a good Corona here.
Let's see how risky he goes on Corona.
I think he's going to play it relatively safe. I mean, he's got no chance of PB and he's got a huge lead, there's no reason for him to take any unnecessary risks.
Yeah.
Yeah, if we could get some predictions in chat for Quan's time, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, Corona's pretty, just basic platforming. Don't get hit by fire, don't get hit by spikes. Don't crash your boat.
Yeah, there's a little boat section here, we gotta sail this boat across a bunch of lava, avoiding these big ass rocks.
Unless you've played this game, like you wouldn't realize how hard it is to control, but then you play it a lot and then you realize that it's actually pretty easily manipulatable.
Yeah, especially once you've practiced it a bunch. The practice codes again make learning speedboat, they're just so easy.
Yeah. They saw Quan use rocket storage, which is, I don't know, that's what it sounds like. You can throw rockets.
Yeah, then you release them all at once by sidestepping off or something.
Yeah.
Just shoots you up really high.
It's really nice because that cloud section is pretty annoying.
Yeah, it kind of sucks. Alright, Libre going into Noki 6 secret right now, and Quan in the Bowser fight. So for the Bowser fight, you just got to rocket up, ground pound above those 4 like platform stickers. Then starts crumbling, rocket over to the next one, rinse and repeat 5 times.
Yeah, it's pretty.
It's not the most creative boss fight ever,
Yeah,
but
exactly.
whatever. And time comes up on the final ground pound, like when it connects with the platform. That's time for Quan.
1947.
Cathalon was correct. Alright, Libre taking care of Noki 6. I didn't actually know how good of one he got. I saw he got blue cycle, but that's still not bad.
No.
Just gotta wait for Libre to finish up Noki 7 of his own and Corona.
I mean, it wasn't that. You know, I think considering their PBs, like it's a pretty like it's not that much of a surprising.
No, it was. Quan's definitely meant to win this, but I think Libre's just about matched his PB here. I mean, he's not going to be far off it. Let's have a look on the leaderboards actually to find out what his PB is.
I guess it is notable that Libre had some pretty bad RNG time losses.
Yeah, especially on Bianco 5, we saw how big of a difference that was.
Yeah, Bianca 5, he went over the wall, and his chain chocolates.
Oh yeah, he got a good last one, so it wasn't huge, but yeah, you're right, that was still unfortunate for his first chomp to go all the way to the right. Libre is actually, maybe depending on how good his Corona is on PB pace right here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's a 122.43, I think.
I know she's not really
Well, let me find it. Yeah, 122.43. So depending on how good his Corona is here, he could actually be on PB pace right now.
Insane.
It's not going to be a huge PB, like maybe 10-20 seconds-ish.
Oh no. Oh no.
That's unfortunate. Missed the spin input there. I think he can still maybe clutch it. It's exciting to see him coming this close.
Let's see how fast his boat is.
Well, let me find it. Yeah, 122. Oh.
The vacation starts now.
Alright. Good boat. Good storage.
Ooh, that first storage might be a little janky. Yeah, he knows that he's going for the third one. I think it was fine, pretty much.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you like land too close to when the rocket shoots, it'll like sort of do a scuffed storage. So I only store half of the rocket or whatever.
This PB is going to be really close.
Yeah, I think maybe this is going to be a 5-second PB or so if he gets a good Bowser. This is going to be hype if you can. Oh, I bet he's nervous.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going for the dives as well. This man shows no fear.
It's gonna.
Yeah.
That was always kind of cool, like how when you're falling, you can start like your next nozzle charge.
Yeah, so you can like just shoot off straight away instead of having to wait for it to charge up.
Yeah, well, this is looking pretty good, I think. Oh no!
No! Rats, you just jinxed it. No!
No, there's a delay. Did he get
Oh, 1 second PB!
Yeah, 1 second PB. Oh, man.
By 0.6 second PB. Holy moly. Congratulations, Libre. That is quite something else.
That is nuts. Wow.
Can't believe you jinxed it, Rats. Shame on you.
This is. He had already finished. When I said that, he had already finished.
Yeah,
run.
there's a delay. There's a delay.
There's a delay. Come on, you can't blame me.
If Quan or Libre want to come in for an interview now that we've finished up, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that would be
Just
cool.
join whenever if you're interested. But yeah, that's the race. Quan won, so he'll be advancing on to the single elimination bracket. We don't actually know like the full seeding for that yet. That's to be decided when all the matches are done to find out who's in there. Libre, you can just join whenever, dude, if you want to interview. Hello. Congratulations on PB.
Thank you so much, man. It means a lot. I
How's it
wasn't
feel
sure.
to
I
PB
wasn't
in a
paying
race?
attention if I was ground pounding and then I split, or if I split early. But I'll have to look back at it because I don't know if that was an early split or not.
Yeah, I think you're gonna have to retime this one.
If you hadn't gotten gooped at the very end, that would have been.
Yeah, for sure. I'm gonna look back at it.
So, what were your thoughts? Oh, this is Quan as well.
Quan.
Hey,
Hello,
Quan.
Congratulations on the
Congratulations,
win.
man.
Good shit, Libre.
Thanks, man. Man, I was going ham at the end, man. Was trying to go
Good
ham.
stuff. GG.
Think I had like 3 golds at the end in Oki.
Yeah.
Epic.
Weren't you getting golds too? Or
Me?
who's getting golds?
Me,
You?
Libre.
Okay.
Quan, you golded like the first 4 splits in Noki too, right?
Yeah, but I've only done 3 runs on these splits, so they don't
Oh, that
mean
explains
anything.
it.
Yeah.
That definitely explains it.
Yeah. That's what I was confused about. I was like, is it really that good that he's getting golds?
So, Quan, you got almost perfect RNG on the second PE fight, right?
Yeah,
Just-
my time
just
out
did
of
a slight
Bianco,
detour.
it was slightly slower than like the fastest, but it was good.
Yeah.
It was really good.
I'm pretty sure I had that's the best time I've ever had out of Bianco in my life, so
Wait,
Yeah.
what was your time out?
it was 16:35.
Oh, damn.
That's insane.
It was like,
Yeah, that's a good.
I was-
I don't think I can get that good of a timer yet.
We were
Yeah,
Petey
okay.
on the wall.
I was pretty nervous, like gelato skipping early piano, because the run was so good, so that's why I like messed up all that stuff.
Yeah, it's
kinda.
kind of added pressure, right?
Yeah, I was actually really nervous throughout the race too. Like I couldn't play to my potential as well at times, but then like I picked it up in Noki too late. One thing that I have to point out too, it was really hard for me to practice because my controller actually broke like 2 days ago. So like I had to like replace the L and R triggers with an older controller, and like that took away from my practice like 2 days ago. So like yesterday was like the only like really good time that I had to like practice, because I had to go shop for like a screwdriver, you know, the Y ones.
Any
Wait, once.
excuse, Libre, come on.
Yeah, but I think I had a really good run besides that though, so
Yeah, it was really good.
I'm really happy with my run though. Couldn't gone way worse though. I'm happy that I got like I got 2 PB or close to PB. I don't know, I'll have to retime it on that.
We both got like shafted by King Boo RNG as well.
Yeah.
That kind of sucked for both of you.
If my King Boo
Quan, you were
RNG,
close as well.
and if my King Boo RNG was perfect and my Noki was good, I could have won 17 that, but the end of my Noki
Yeah.
was pretty trash.
Definitely on pace. Just
Did you
a few issues.
Quan, did you beat your old PB there? 118.47, like the one before you came back?
Yeah, I beat it by 1 second, I think.
Dang, you're playing so like. Better watch out for Quan. He's playing really close to his PB every time
Yeah.
he races.
What I really like about this run is that I thought I played pretty bad the whole run, and I still got those 117 pace easy until King Boo. So I feel like I'm
116's on
in
the
a good
cards,
place. We'll see.
I mean, I've noticed really, at least early, Quan, you didn't really make that many mistakes. Like, it was
I ain't making any huge mistakes,
yeah.
but I had a bunch of slip ups mid and late game, and my piano was bad. But other than that, yeah, it was a good run.
Yeah, I made a lot of mistakes in that run, and that was just because I was nervous too. I think I fell off the pipe once, and I messed up my pin
Yeah,
of 3.
I
I
was
normally have really good pin of 3s, and I don't know what happened. Like I thought I was on the boat, and then I was in the water. I was like, what? I was really sad. But then I'm really happy BYG didn't mess me up, so I was happy I got a good run.
Wait, Libre, you said your coconut went in the water?
Oh no, my Mario went into the water in pin of 3. Like I fell off the boat.
What happened in Pianta? Because I saw you like a minute behind me.
Oh yeah, I fell off the pipe, and I
Yeah,
couldn't get it back up fast enough. I've been having trouble like switching to hovering nozzle and hovering back, re-entering the Pianta. Like my Mario would like not switch nozzles and he would like stay in nozzle form. I think I'm just trying to get used to my controller that I took apart and like put new buttons into.
Funny enough, I actually lost like 8 seconds or so to the Pianta early thing as well.
Yeah, you struggled.
Oh, dang.
I don't know why that.
I have
I'm
to
like,
rewatch it because like I wasn't watching any comms or anything throughout the race,
so.
because that makes me nervous. I think even more nervous than I was already nervous.
No, it makes sense though, because this is literally only my 3rd run since like actual 80% run. So like the Delfino stuff and the stuff in between levels, I'm still like bad at. I've only been doing fast 80%.
Yeah. It's definitely something you can improve on.
Yeah.
Alright, I think that pretty much wraps it up for this. I think we've got another race going on
Really
on the
soon.
main speed gaming channel.
Oh yeah. Wait, rat.
Yep.
Rat, you like that rat bounce?
What's that?
I hate
Oh, I
you.
missed my rat bounce. I wanted to rat bounce and I didn't get it there.
I actually saw that for Libre. He missed it. I
I wanted
it
to
out.
get it because I knew Rats was commentating. I knew he was gonna give me trouble. I tried so much and my Mario didn't dive jump. I think he just dove. Like,
Yeah, you just dove and you completely missed the beyond.
yeah, I was like, damn it, I wanted to rat bounce.
All I'm gonna say is I had a godlike rat bounce.
Thank you. At least one of us rat bounced.
During the actual run, I didn't mention red bounce once.
Right, well, anyway, we gotta move on over to Speed Gaming 1 because we got a race going between Atomic Otaku and Justice M. Not sure if that's an elimination match or not, but everyone should tune in. That's on the main Speed Gaming channel, I'm pretty sure.
Sweet.
Everyone should go watch that, support those runners. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Any final remarks?
Shout out to Libre for PBing, maybe.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I think I just checked. Yeah, I PV'd for sure.
Alright, good.
Oh, it's going to be on Speed Gaming 2, my mistake.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Alright, there's the Twitch channels for the runners as well if you want to go give them a follow. And also for the commentators, Rats and I. Thank you for watching, and farewell.
Goodbye.
See ya.